Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another Destiny video. Today is the weekly reset and I will have a reset guide coming your way very soon. But of course, alongside the reset, we also got a brand new raid challenge. This week it is Golgoroth. I've just done it with my team and we've got a really good, really easy strategy that'll definitely help you guys out. So of course that means I'm going to make a video, show you guys how to do it and hopefully help you out. If you guys do find this helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. It does really help me out, helps other people see this video. And of course, if you know anyone struggling with this, be sure to share this with them. And to those of you guys that have completed it, let me know in the comments down below what loot you got. So to begin with, as a super quick recap, you guys know that the Golgoroth fight revolves around people grabbing his gaze and maintaining that gaze while everyone else drops an orb down, stands in it, and deals damage to his chest. And that, as a core principle, still remains the same. The challenges, as you guys should know, don't change the actual core fight mechanics, so the fight itself still flows and plays the exact same way. What you have to do is slightly different. See, the defining factor in this challenge is that for every damage phase, every single person in your team has to have held his gaze. However, that does not mean to say that you have to do the 6 orb strategy. That doesn't mean to say you have to kill a Golgoroth in one. That does not mean to say you have to use 6 bubbles in one rotation. The most important thing you need to bear in mind is that per rotation, every single person in your team must have held his gaze. However, this only applies if you're not going to kill him. What I mean by that is as follows. Let's say, for example, in rotation 1, you get him down to half health. By the time you finish your damage phase, before you can lose his gaze, every single person must have held it. However, if on rotation 2 you're actually able to kill him, it doesn't matter if, say, only 5 people have held it, because so long as you can kill him, then that will complete the phase. But the question still remains, how do you therefore do that without taking all 6 bubbles? And the answer is quite simple. We did it with 2 orbs and 3 rotations. What you want to do is you want to give every single member in your team a number. I was number 1 in this case, and of course then you have number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Make sure everybody knows the number because this is the order in which they will take the gaze. We begin by downing the front left bubble and I grab Golgoroth's gaze. We do a full cycle for 15 seconds, having everyone do as much damage as possible. However, when we get near to the end of the timer, person number 2 needs to move and take his gaze. So far, everything is as it always has been. At this point, person 2 is now holding his gaze. I then jump into the middle, we continue doing damage for another, say, 10-12 seconds, and at this point, person number 3 now needs to take the gaze. However, this is where the simple strategy comes in. Yes, admittedly, you could then down a 3rd bubble and continue to do more damage, but if you want to keep things super simple, you then simply have every single person jump out of the pit, and at this point, you then simply cycle the gaze. With everyone safe and out of the pit, person 3 is currently holding Golgoroth's gaze. You then have person 4 shoot him in the back and take it. Shortly after that, you have person 5 take it, and you then finally have person 6 take it. At this point, they then waste the timer, you wait 15 seconds, the bubbles will go away, the second wave of adds will spawn, and at this point, you would have done damage on only 2 bubbles. And depending on the damage you've dealt, you would have done somewhere between 1/3 to 1/2 life. And if we take a step back and take a look at what's actually happened so far, the important thing to take into account is that right now we have done damage to Golgoroth and every single person in our team has held his gaze. Now we simply progress with the fight as we always have done. You down the adds again, once the adds are clear, we then repeat the cycle. It goes back to me, so I am number 1, I take the gaze, the front left orb goes down again, we jump in, deal more damage, and then repeat the process. Person number 2 takes the gaze, once the second orb is down, I jump in, we deal damage until the timer runs out and we all bail out again. At this point you then cycle the gaze once more, so again you go 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish that up, you'll probably be on the taken phase, and at this point, if you haven't already killed him, Golgoroth will probably be on almost a slither of life. The important thing to realise is that for the final phase, you do not have to pass the gaze 6 times. If you kill him, then it doesn't matter how many times you passed it. The differentiating factor is that if you are ever going to lose his gaze, everyone must have held it. But of course, by this 3rd phase, he'll be so near death that you simply hold his gaze, kill him, and then it's job done. That is how you complete the Golgoroth challenge. The chest will spawn slightly in front of the pillar, go and grab that and you'll get some decent loot. Now this week again, if you do it on hard mode, you will get a 320 artifact and a 310 artifact. You'll also get a guaranteed 320 piece of armor. Unfortunately, it wasn't the chest piece that I was after. I've now got 320 gloves, but either way you have a guaranteed 320 piece of armor and also a 310 piece if you were doing it on normal mode. And that is pretty much it. Now that was a guide, that was a shortcut up version. However, if you do want to see the entire fight from start to finish, then you can find a link to that in the description box down below. As you guys know, if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that I run this with my friend 269. He typically does videos on this channel if I'm away or for some reason I can't make a video, and he tends to sort of fill in the gaps. But we do also have a second channel, this time run by him, and it's a lot more focused on kind of gameplays and just sort of messing around and having fun. But he has got the entire fight with voices from people like myself, Willis Gaming, of course 269 himself, and a few other people too. So of course, hopefully this guide made it clear for you, but if you do want to see the fight from start to finish and get a complete understanding of how it works, then check the link in the description box down below. Either way, that is pretty much it. Of course, on top of that, you got a calcified fragment and the emblem, but that is pretty much it. Make sure you keep it locked to the channel because of course this evening when the Sparrow Racing League stuff drops, I will have videos and I'll also be streaming later on today. But for the time being, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.